Hi, my name is Keith and I'm known as a Florida Stone Man, and today I'm going to be talking to you all about how certain people are unable to receive certain blessings. Now, this is actually a very interesting topic because a lot of you do have blessings on the way or blessings that are currently near you, and that's why some of you see 111 so much, but you're not in a place to receive them. So they're invisible. Like, what's the point of picking up a gold bar if you're not going to pick it up? You're just going to walk past it, or you're just going to leave it on the ground for the next person to pick up. Like, what was the point of just that being dropped in front of you? Now, this is the case with most people. Like, if you're a good person on the right track and you're doing good things and you're expecting nothing but good to be on its way and coming to you, then guess what? It's on its way and it's coming to you, but you have to be in a place to receive it. I'm also going to talk in this video about how you can do certain things to be able to receive certain blessings, or all of your blessings. Now, one thing that you guys have to do is get in the habit of asking. So when you ask for your blessings to be on their way, expect. Like, you ask God for blessings and new things to enter your life. Okay, you should be specific in asking, because some of you are like, I'd like money, and then you'll get $10 and you're like, I wanted money. Like, you didn't say a certain amount. Be like 10,000. Just put a certain digit on it and it's going to come to you. Like, when you ask, it's on its way. That's just how it works. When you're specific, it's on its way. Second thing you do, you put in action. You do certain things to make certain things happen, and you consistently stick to doing whatever you desire. You stick to doing actions that will attract whatever you desire. So if you would like $10,000, what are you doing after $10,000 come to you? Are you sitting at home? Are you sleeping all day? Are you not getting out of bed? That doesn't do it. Now, are you coming up with ideas? Are you helping people? Are you playing scratch-offs? What are you doing? Like, are you starting that hair salon business or the hair care business that you've been wanting to start? What are you doing to reach that certain potential? Now, it actually gets easier with time to hit all of your goals, as long as you're consistent and as long as you're just, you know what you have to do. Like, you're making goals, etc. Now, when you're doing certain things and you're doing everything in alignment to receive blessings, now it's up to you to receive blessings. So certain people will be like, okay, where's my blessings? Are they like, they're on their way? And then your hands are like this. If you're supposed to have open hands to catch your blessing, how are you going to catch it like this? You're going to catch it like this? You're going to be like trying to catch with closed hands? That's what most people are doing. Most people are trying to catch their blessings with closed hands, and they might be able to catch a blessing or two, but they're just not receiving the blessings all the blessings that they desire. So, and even when people get certain blessings, they'll be like, well, where's the other ones? And they won't be very grateful for it, which actually lowers their vibration. And now you're wondering, where are my blessings? Are they stopped? They're not stopped. You're not catching them. So they'll come back eventually. If it completely missed you, if it's something that's going to come back anyway, it's going to come back anyway. But when it comes back, are you in a place to receive it? Are you being open-minded? Is your limiting beliefs cutting you off? Do you have attachments around you? Do you have certain things that are just preventing you from growing? You got to really ask yourself these questions and be like, what's not in my highest good and what's not helping me grow? And then you go from there. Now, what's next? Now that you've asked and you've expected blessings to be on their way, you got to do some cut and clears, because this seems to be the biggest thing when it comes to catching blessings, is that some of you really need to do some cut and clears, because you're so caught up in the past and and this can be anything. The bigger the sacrifice that you're willing to do for cut and clear, the bigger the blessing that's on its way towards you. And it depends, because when I'm talking about blessings come from God. He'll armor your angels, he'll send angels, and certain synchronicities will happen to appear in their lives, but you have to be the one to be able to catch the synchronicities. You can't just be like, it's going to come to you, but you have to act when it's near you. Like, act. But you can't act if certain attachments are bound to you. Now, I talk about attachments pretty often, and we live on the planet Earth. Hopefully, if you're watching my video from the planet Earth, if you're on Mars, and shout out to my Martians. But for the people on Earth, one thing that does happen is people will become worldly. And what does that mean, worldly? So people will be so caught up in just items and things and habits and belongings that are of this world, and this clogs your blessings. This puts a full-on stop to your blessings. What do I mean? Let's just say, I'm going to give you just a lower analogy. So let's just say you have old shoes, and you've been wanting to look fresh. You've been wanting to look more, have a better appearance about yourself. You've just been wanting a better feeling when you go out. You want people to perceive you as new, as feeling better, as feeling good. But you're so attached to these old shoes because you're like, oh, I like this style, or like the leather in the shoe is comfortable, or like, oh well, I've had this shoe since like last year and it looks good with all of my outfits, and then you're like really so attached to the shoes to the point where you're just not seeing any new blessings because regarding your appearance or you feeling new or having fresh, and shoes are very symbolic of new blessings. So when you're able to throw out one of your favorite pairs of shoes, even though it's older and you might not be able to get it again, guess what happens? You have new shoes that you may or may not like, but now people are perceiving you as newer and different and more vibrant, and you better believe there's a psychology behind when people see someone wearing new shoes. They're like, oh, what's this person like? Even if you have been around that person, they'll be like, who's this person? They're kind of new. Something about you is new, and they won't even know. They won't even know it's your shoes. They'll just people evil eye shoes very often. Use agrimony and tourmaline for that one, but when it comes to new blessings, that's just an example. So something old that was worldly and earthly is something you could have attached yourself to stop seeing new blessings from coming to you. This happens on a subconscious level more than you guys actually know it. So if I'm to tell you something you already know about yourself, how am I helping you? I'm entertaining you at that point. I'm telling you stuff that makes you uncomfortable so that you act upon things that are blocking you and make you grow. Now, same thing with like, I'm gonna continue to use clothes for an example because this is a really good example. Certain energies will stop from them. Certain energies will be put on complete pause because they know that your energies are still lingering in the old. For example, and I'm going to use this example of torn clothes. If you have clothes that are flat out torn and you had them for years and years and years on end, it symbolically represents that you are not ready to move on, you're not ready to step into new blessings, etc. So when you actually take some of your old, ripped, ragged clothes, even if you have clothes that you like that you just had for so long and you have memories attached to them, when you throw those out, even if it's your favorite shirts, your favorite shorts, your favorite pants, your favorite shoes, and it could be like 3, 4, 5 of them, you're like, oh, I can't do that. Well, that's a symptom of an earthly attachment. That's worldly. You can't give up your favorite whatever in order to sacrifice something and moving on. That's actually something you guys can do. Take a few of your favorite clothes ever. Go into your pantry. I hope you guys are not keeping your clothes in your pantry. Go into your closet and then look at some of the clothes that you have and be like, And this is actually a very good way for you guys to start seeing new blessings. Because your mind really connects to certain clothes on a subconscious level. So you look at certain clothes and you'll be like, ooh, I remember this when I wore this shirt. I met this person at a coffee shop, and then this person, we've had an amazing friendship, and this friendship continues to go on. And I remember these pants, I wore them to an event, and when I was at the event, I established this connection, or I remember this yellow shirt. I remember this yellow shirt. It's the first time I got gifted Multivan. I was wearing this yellow shirt. And do you see what's going on here? Yeah, it's literally stuck in the past. You're literally frozen on old memories, and certain things that are new are just not coming to you because you have so much subconscious junk and gunk just in the back of your mind, even with some of your most favorite clothes. So what I highly recommend, which if you can do this, you're going to see massive waves of blessings come into your life. Blessings that you can't even count, because remember, this is on a subconscious and a symbolic level. Take some of your most favorite clothes and just trash them. Or you can give them away too, or just throw them out, depending if it's ripped or not. It's up to you guys. Either give them away or trash them. What does this do? It makes space in your mind. It makes space it basically symbolizes, hey, I'm not a worldly person. I can give stuff up. It doesn't bother me. This represents the past, and I'm moving into a new future. Maybe even if you, let's say if you have a bunch of clothes, then you don't really care about the whatever you just threw out. You're going to forget it eventually. You're going to forget it. If you can't forget it, that's a problem. That means you have an attachment. like an earthly attachment, which will hold you back when you go in the afterlife. But if that compels you to buy new clothes, then guess what? You have new clothes that'll have new memories. Same thing with pictures in your phone, and I've seen this of certain people, and it's kind of tragic because I'll say something to the person right away, eventually, etc., but the person will just have so many pictures of the past where that person will go through pictures every single day and reminisce in the past forever. Like that person, and you might know people like this, they will go through their baby pictures and their like everyone's old pictures, etc., and they'll have just journals and picture books and notebooks and stuff like that, just the past. Now, this is a really challenging one, and I'm really putting some kind of challenges on you guys, but if you're able to throw out pictures like that, even if it means you have just stacks of like old picture books, how can you throw out old pictures? Well, they're of the world, and the best pictures are actually saved in your mind's eye and your third eye. So even pictures with like my first dog, I actually deleted them out of my phone. And people are like, how could you do that? It's horrible. Like, how could you just get rid of old pictures? Like, that's your dog. Like, that's your memories. Like, that's my first dog ever who passed a very, very long time ago. I'm like, okay, well, am I going to look in my mind's eye? Is that going to be a part of me, or is that going to be a part of my phone that I have to scroll through to access? And this is a very non-worldly thing, but upon deleting those memories, I'd actually have a better connection to my dog, where he is in the afterlife, compared to before. Now I get dreams of my dog. I have visions of my dog, and the visions used to be like unhealthy of when my dog at the time passed, but now they're super healthy. Like it's my dog looking young. It's my dog looking like me better being able to connect with my dog as he is in the afterlife. And you better believe, and for some people who don't believe that animals, like people are like, oh, animals, they don't have souls. You don't have a soul. If you're someone who thinks that an animal doesn't have a soul, and I'll make a whole video on that on its own, there's something wrong with people who believe that animals are soulless. If you've ever pet a dog, if you ever looked at a dog, they're just pure innocence. Like, what corrupts them is people. For people who don't care about animals, that's actually a major problem, and why so many people abuse animals. That person needs help. If you don't care about animals and you treat them so badly, that person has more likely than not attachments and lower levels entities at that. Now, deleting pictures, getting rid of old clothes, it's making space. It is flat out making space. If you have anything broken, get rid of things that are broken. Depends on how bad they're broken. If it's a clean break, like if you have let's just say you have a vase and it has a clean break, but you can never tell that it has a clean break because it's so clean in its break. That's okay. You just super glue it back to normal. Now, if you have a vase and it's been broken for like 2 years and you're like, this kind of a handle chip, you can tell it's been put together, throw it out. That symbolizes that you can't throw out something old to move past whatever. Most likely than not, when a vase breaks like that, the vase breaks like that because it absorbed some kind of energies that were old and it was overwhelmed and it just broke. That's why, like, in certain Italian cultures or certain Greek cultures, when they break a glass, they're like, yeah, new beginnings. It's like, yeah, because the energies of the old, it was enough to overwhelm that glass and symbolically shatter it and break it. So how can you move into your new blessings? Start getting rid of old stuff. Start getting rid of old friends. A lot of friends are the ones who are going to hold you back. Like friends that you've had in like, and this is gonna hurt, but it's true. Friends you've had in high school, friends you have in college, like you're so attached to them to the point where you're meeting up every day, but neither of you are actually going anywhere in life. You're just not progressing. You know, neither of you are following your passions, your dreams, or your goals because you're so used to just being with each other to the point where you don't do things that you want to do because you're too busy in just your schedule. So get rid of the old friends, and that's why stuff usually happens between certain friends. They won't become, sometimes it'll be like a drama, a fight, sometimes one of them will move away, and what happens afterwards? That person follows their passions or does whatever they're supposed to be doing when they were not doing it, and then something happens to the point where they actually get bumped up and elevated, and in the future, they'll see the old friend, if they're still friends, and be like, oh, cool, you did something with your life, and then maybe at that point you guys come back together because both of you are doing something different, and it contributes to one another versus maybe if you got into a fight and it actually didn't work out, then okay, that's God helping you, both of you. God's helping both of you at that point. But this video is just about letting go. Some of you, like, let me get an example. Okay, if I'm to get a new, oh, this is a wonderful example. I love my examples. Now, if you're supposed to get... Now, this is the past. This is a red jasper. And, like, I love this red jasper. I love this red jasper. Like, it's... I love the feeling of it, and I'm not going to talk about its qualities right now. Like, I just love the... I'm just going to focus on the feeling of it. I mean, just focusing on the aspect of the red jasper. It's a nice shape. It's my first red jasper. This represents, I remember when I had this in the first house I lived in. My friend gave this to me. Like, this red jasper has meaning. What about the future? Now, the future is like new opportunities, new house, new friends, just new things coming to you, and you're trying to hold it. And it's slipping past you. Maybe you're supposed to go into a right place at a right time to meet a certain employer, and you can't hold the new opportunities. It's kind of throwing you off. It's hard to balance versus this is the past. I don't even care where the past went. Like, you could just like drop the past, just throw it behind you. This is the future. Okay, it's polished. It's new. It represents, and I'm not going to talk about the qualities of red garnet right now. This is not red jasper. This is red garnet. Basically, it's new. It's something that's just something new in your life. It could be you let go of something old, so you were able to receive something new. How am I supposed to catch a new opportunity with a hand that's full? So keep your hands open. Even if you have something that you think is benefiting you right now, but something in the future might come, be open. Be open to blessings. Don't be closed off. Don't hold on to worldly attachments. Don't hold on to worldly possessions. Don't be worldly, and you'll experience blessings coming straight from the heavens. If you have any questions, you guys can ask them in the comment section. Until then, I'll see you guys next time. Ciao!